Yep, I've been a dripping and nauseated mess for a week, but thankfully I'm better now. Oh, I do not want to talk about it, but summer does bring quite the amount of allergies, doesn't it? Anyway, so we're back again, with yet again another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, I have obtained the light arrow from Zelda, who just turned out to be Sheik for 7 consecutive years. She had to pretty much hide that. I don't know how she hid it for that long. Hiding from the King of Evil is no easy task in the shoes of Zelda, pretty much. But, hey. In this episode, we're going to take on the Gerudo Training Ground. Most people ask, what do you get in return for that? And what is the Gerudo Training Ground all about? Well, it pretty much qualifies a human mind to be ready for the task of a Gerudo to be a thief. Or a lone wolf thief, kind of like Naburo, who got brainwashed for 7 years by those witches, Kotake and Kome. Yeah. Quite the long story, I should say. That's kind of like unneeded, but hey. We have to go ahead and use Epona here, because it does not make any sense to go ahead to Gerudo Fortress on foot, because considering the access that we have there now, we may as well go ahead and trot there all along with Epona, because I think, and I do happen to be afraid, that this will be my last joyous ride on Epona for the Let's Play. It really does suck that the music for Hyrule Field will not be playing, but hey, sad day. With that, it is just the way it is. We're going to go ahead and go to Gerudo Fortress right now and find out what this area is all about, shall we? Okay, so the test of the Gerudo Training Ground, what do we get in return? Well, we get the ice arrows. Most people ask across the fandom that there is just no use for ice arrows at this point. It is just 0% story relevance. It does not make any sense to get these now. But hey, if you want to get every item in the game, go right ahead. But I'm also going to be using my hover boots for this particular area, and as well the bow and hook shot, because I'm going to be using those as well. Okay, go ahead and talk to the Gerudo here, and we're pretty much going to say this is the Gerudo's Training Ground. Membership card verified. 1 try for 10 rupees? Yes. Alright, I'll take your 10 rupees. Give it your best shot. So, in other words, this is not that hard. It's not that hard, but in the blind mind of a person who has not played the game before, it will pretty much be the biggest challenge ever. But you don't have to, but go ahead and go in the room and shoot that eye switch, which will spawn 2 different chests. This one that I'm going to go ahead and open here contains nothing useful at all, just more rupees, but I've done my reading that this chest also contains a bundle of arrows, which is also pretty nice, because I'm going to be needing arrows for this most part, but hey. I'm also going to be going ahead to equip the Big Iron Sword, because this next room will kind of be easier with that equipped. But, hey. Defeat all the enemies in a limited time. So, Stalfos. We fought them so many times throughout the game. In the Shadow Temple, the Forest Temple, and the Spirit Temple. It's just the way that it is. But yeah, go ahead and take these guys on out, and it'll pretty much be no problem at all. There we go. I'm a black belt. Go ahead and crack up this chest on open, and what do we get? The first key. Okay. Okay. In this room will be kind of a little bit of a puzzle-ish, but go ahead and read it, and it will say, gather the jewels of white while avoiding traps and danger. So what does that mean? The Gerudo Training Ground likes to mix up words and different terminology of what reality actually says, but we have to collect silver rupees again. Okay? Go ahead and get that first one there. I just walked right through that. I don't even know how. But let's try it again. Second time's a charm. I know the third try should be one, but if you tried it already once, it really is. But go ahead and get that little target right there. We're going to go ahead and drop down and get that second jewel of white. Alright? We're going to go around, because getting it right there is just too easy to be true. But go ahead and avoid the Cocoa Puff. We're going to go ahead and get our third jewel of white. And there we go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and veer back off to the left. Alright, we're going to go over here. And we're going to go and not kill the Floor Master, because the Floor Master is just getting in my way, but here. Going to the left. Alright, I am sorry. My gosh. Doing this is just way harder when I have word salads. I just had salad for dinner. I could probably make a lot of sense with that right now, but the final jewel of white will be right ahead of me, okay? Go ahead and obtain that, and we'll unlock that door. Okay, awesome. With that, though, we are already at the top level, I believe. Actually, we're not. We're not. Go ahead and hookshot that target right there. Now, ask yourself, why is this target here when we can just walk straight to the door? Well, if you actually hookshot that, that flame will be right in the way, so yeah, not really that much of a benefit if you have to walk straight into a flame. Not really that beneficial at all. Without the necessary items, one will be confounded by impossible mysteries. Okay, I'm not actually going to be taking off the hover boots for this particular part because fighting Wolfos will be a giant challenge with them on. If they're going to strike their tail because getting them out that way is just a lot easier. Alright, Giant Wolfos, what's up, man? Here we go. One of these were actually the mini-boss, or like the boss straight up of the ice cavern before the water temple, so go ahead and take them on out. Okay. That chest there will not be the key. It will rather be just more arrows and more rupees. It's just nothing other than items itself, right? Arrows. What did I say? Alright. One with silver hands shall move a giant block. Thankfully, we have the golden hands because those are just a lot more beneficial to us. Okay. Don't worry about having to get the golden gauntlets like I did in the last episode. As long as you have the silver gauntlets from the Spirit Temple, you will be good. You will be free to try the Gerudo training ground. Okay? Since that door is jailed off, we can just go ahead and engage our Lens of Truth here. And shot that target right through that hole there. And go ahead and step on that switch. Okay? Alright. Now, we don't want to go in that door yet. The one right behind us. We want to go ahead and jump back through this hole. And find out what there is to do in here. There will be likes in here. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to take them out with the first hit. Let's see what happens. Yep, I didn't think so. That magical recording button is just killing me in this episode. It's just a lot better off-screen than on-screen because that magic recording button just says it all. Like, perish, please. Thank you. Thank Christ. Anyway, with him out of the way, we might wonder, why are there chests in every other hole? Well, considering the last like that I killed, if you go ahead and engage your Lens of Truth, there will be the key in this chest. Okay? Yes, a key blended in with a blue rupee makes a lot of sense, right? Anyway, go ahead and jump out of this hole as well. You don't have to, and if you've already bought everything that you need in the game, this chest will be useless if you've already bought everything that you need in the game. But if you haven't, this chest is useful a lot because it has 200 rupees in it. Okay? Go ahead and leave, and we're going to engage the next room, which is pretty nice for having the bow because we already have that equipped. Okay? Go ahead and shoot right through this hole. And we have to go ahead and shoot eyeballs in this room. We have to go ahead and jump down. Okay? There we are. Blind the eyes of the statue. Now, what you have to do is ride this spinning platform. Well, where I'm from, people don't care. And I don't care either. But we're going to go ahead and just walk around the statue and just shoot this eye. Alright? All the eyes. It's a lot easier this way. Life is better this way. Don't even feel obligated to depend on that spinning platform. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay? Go ahead and shoot the eyeballs and unlock that door. Spawn in that chest, and what is in here? What is in here? Link, you want to open up the chest? You want to Thank you. Thank you. The third key. Okay. Alright, moving on. Now we may notice that when we first entered, there was another door right off to our right. Let's go into the bottom one first and find out what's in here next. Alright? Let's go ahead and equip the Megaton Hammer right after this. Find a secret passage in this room. There really is no secret passage, more like just secret items and ways forward. Not really a passage, but I guess if you want to interpret it that way, go right ahead. And take these fire slugs on out, and as well as that fire keys, because fire keys are just not even pleasant at all. Okay? You don't have to do this, but more like this one right here. Okay? And this one. Let's just go ahead and... that Keese got his way. He got his way, and that's alright. That's just pretty much a doodly-doo with me. But go ahead and get these hearts here, because hearts are nice. This chest is not the key, but hey, arrows. That chest surrounded by fire is the next key, okay? Let's go ahead and just shoot that IS switch right on there. And unlock that door. Okay. The last one we have to hit is right here. That will allow us access to the chest, which has the key in it, okay? Let's go ahead and get that right there. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and foresee that we have to go ahead and do a diving mission in the next following room. Not this one, though. Across the Sea of Fire. Alright. This is where I'm going to go ahead and need the hover boots, because platforming is just the way to go, isn't it? Let's go ahead and just get this silver gem on right up here. Here we go. Let's go ahead and drop on down for the next one. Bam. And then over here. Okay, the game is just not going to let me have it, pretty much. I've already interpreted that before I even hit record. Okay, let's go ahead and try that again, because reality says when you hit the record button, things just go haywire, and I was just pretty much right every time. Hey, yeah. Anyway, go ahead and just roll this way, and... Go ahead and hit the switch, and that will pretty much allow us access the very final Jewel of White, which means the Silver Rupee, of course. Alright, go ahead and tell me your way on over here, which will unlock that door. Alright, the way we have to go next is the room right next to this torch here. Okay? This is the diving mission that I was talking about. Collect the underwater gems. Okay? Well, if it didn't seem clear enough already, we need the Ocarina of Time for this, so go ahead and equip your Zora Tunic, the Iron Boots, and the Ocarina here. Alright. Go ahead and play the Song of Lime here, of course. Alright. And amazing enough. And the funny thing is that on the Master Quest version, if you're playing the 3DS or then the N64 version engine of this, this water will actually be frozen. You have to go ahead and use the fire arrow or Din's Fire to go ahead and make your way through. Otherwise, you will just not be able to pop on through. But on the original, you can just go ahead and drop on down without having to do so. Okay? Yeah. Floating on down and avoiding all enemies in danger of that sort. Go ahead and approach this clam and shoot his little tongue on there. And yeah. Let's go ahead and fight clams. The Water Temple 2.0 is here. Alright. There should be two more clams down here, actually. What's up, buddy? Alright. Take him on out. Had to fight him per usual. Come on. Again? Seriously? I'm already breaking the boundaries of existence by looking through this wall here. Clam, you want to help me out here, please? There we go. Alright. Now, let's analyze the room. This pretty much means that I have to go ahead and stand a good foot away from the Silver Rupee and go ahead and disengage the Iron Boots. Hopefully we fly right into it. Okay, that looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and put back on the Iron Boots again and hook shot that target there. That would have been really cool if I landed on that, but let's go ahead and hook shot that target and land right on it. Alright. Let's go ahead and stand a good foot away from this Silver Rupee as well. This will be the second to last one that we need. Alright. Disengage and fly right into it. Perfect. Perfect. And, there is a whirlpool in this room, pretty much, which means that we have to go ahead and aim for the Rupee again. But, there we go. Not hard at all. It's just pretty much a little bit of an underwater puzzle. Again, I think the Gerudo Training Ground pretty much means that you have to use all of your skills that you pretty much obtained throughout your time of playing thus far. It's just the way that it is. And it's cool, though. It's like a 1.5 version of Ganon's Tower, but hey, you found a small key. This will be the 5th of the 9th ones that we actually can obtain. But really, 7 are mandatory. About 6 or 7 are mandatory, and it's just the way it is. Okay? We're going to go ahead into this room and find out what is right ahead of us. Let's go ahead and just jump on there. Let's go ahead and engage the hover boots, of that matter. And find out what's in here. Okay? Defeat all the enemies in a limited time. We already did this. Why do you have to tell me again? Alright. Ouch, Beamos. Don't even find the need. Don't even hit me. Please, not with that laser. Not with that laser, please. Not now. Not now, not ever. Oh my gosh. I'm taking damage like none has ever, tried before. Los Alphos. Jeez, thank you. Please and thank you. You know, cheese and thank you was something that I saw at the store today when I was actually looking to make a caprese salad. I was looking for sliced mozzarella, and the sign by the cheese department literally said cheese and thank you. I am not joking. That's pretty much the Winn-Dixie way. But let's go ahead and get these bombs out on over here and kill that Beamos. think I'm gonna need... Oh, I was gonna say that I need more than one bomb to take him out, because sometimes that usually happens, but... Go ahead and open this chest on over here. Find out what's going on. Yep, the next key. Okay. Alright. This area right over here is the next place that we have to go. Okay? Now, we're not done. We're not done, but... Hey. We have a couple more keys to actually obtain. One, though, is actually obtainable in the room that we have to... I use the word obtain a lot, like, very generously in this episode, but, it's really hard to explain, when I'm going, towards what I'm going for right now, but go ahead and put back on your hook shot, and we're gonna go ahead to that next area of the statue room. The statue room is where we need to go, because it makes sense. Makes sense, because there was a very top room to the right that we avoided. We're going to go ahead and back in there and stay to the right and not drop down like we shot the eyes of the statue. Okay. Alright. Hook shot this. And there we go. Easy. Okay, not dropping down this time. Go ahead and hang a right, like I mentioned already. What is in here? What is in here? A chest. A chest is where we need to go. The 7th key. Alright. Awesome. Now... we're going to go ahead and approach the room, the main room, that is, where we can go straight and head north to the room where all the locked doors are, and where the ice arrows are as well. I'm going to go ahead and explain something. It's really up to the player on which path that they want to take. You can always reset the game and don't save if you happen to mess it up, because I think that it's just kind of locked that way if you do. Thank gosh, it's like an item that is really not even required, because if it was required, you pretty much soft lock the game if you happen to mess this path up. But... go ahead into the main room, and yeah. Hey, Blade Trap, how's it going? Okay. Alright. We're going to go ahead and take a left here, because that's where we need to push forth to. Alright. And I will be using the Lens of Truth right in this room. If you desire to acquire our hidden treasure, you must strive to obtain the keys hidden in each chamber. Honestly, there are no keys in here. Well, there's 2 more, actually. There's 2 more, I'm wrong. But... if you go ahead and take a left and look up, okay? Engage the Lens of Truth, and then climb up. There will be like an 8th key out of 9, okay? Go ahead and climb on up. And go ahead and look straight. And open this up. Alright? Awesome. Now, let's go ahead and drop down, because we have the option to, since we are just obligated to, as if I should have said. Let's go this way. Now, pretending that we just entered the room for the first time, let's go ahead and take a right and see what happens. Now, there is an area where we can just go ahead and obtain this key right over here. Now, remember that room where I had to put on the hover boots and jump around the fire slugs? Not the fire slugs, but the fire bubbles that kind of bounce up and down. This key is also on top of this. Alright? There we go. Awesome. Now we can leave and... act like we just entered the room for the first time. Right past this door. Okay. Here we are. Let's go ahead and take a left, shall we? You want to go ahead and choose the left way, because the other way will not guide you to the very item of this room. The ice arrows will be unattainable in that area. Let's go ahead and... actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and crack these chests on open too. What is in here? Rupees. As I mentioned, useless. Yeah, it sucks. Let's go ahead and unlock this door. Okay, so my words should be a lot less all over the place now, because I had to use the bathroom bad. I was more focused on that than this room. Alright, so continuing on, we can unlock these doors and get closer and closer to the item that we're looking for in here. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that water plus 1 beer means trouble. I am sorry, but anyway, I'm back. My side, or like my hip, is like just kind of like in excruciating pain, since I just had to let that out, but that was a bad NCS moment. But hey, we got the ice arrow. We got the ice arrow, and there really is no reason to use it now. If you want to go ahead and freeze enemies, great. it will pretty much help you a lot. But we're going to go ahead into the dungeon that matters the most, and which makes a lot of sense to use it in. And we may think that we can freeze water, but we can't. I'm going to go ahead and prove it right after I open this chest, because opening these kind of makes a lot more sense in this little room, because bundle of arrows just kind of... Anyway, let's go ahead and get out of here. So, since we're here, I just want to go ahead and say a final goodbye to Epona. She will be on screen for the final time in this LP. So, Epona, you've done a great service as a means of my transportation. You win. You win it all. Okay? Great job. Alright? We're going to go ahead into Lake Hylia and demonstrate the ice arrows for the means of just demonstrating it, because I'm a man of tranquility and demonstration that I just need to do this. Let's get there. Okay, so since we're at Lake Hylia, we could finally demonstrate the ice arrows. Well, you can really demonstrate this whenever you want, but if you want like a nice open body of water to test this out in, go right ahead. Let's go ahead and test a little Tech here, and Tektite, I'm sorry. Go ahead and freeze him and just completely miss. Back away. Yep, this freezes enemies, which is just great. And wait for him to die, pretty much. Wait for him to die. Yeah, your work is pretty much done by a bow, pretty much. One hit. Let's go ahead and test it out one more time, which is nice. This Tektite here will be also frozen by my Bow of Tranquility. Haha. Die, sir, would you? Go ahead and perish. See you, man. Now, for those who think that we can freeze water in Ocarina of Time, you're wrong. Go ahead and shoot an ice arrow into the water, and it is not possible. It's possible in Majora's Mask because the dungeon pretty much lets you do it, and is forced to because that's just how Majora's Mask works. If there's anything that they actually change about the engine that this game uses and Majora's Mask uses, you can freeze water, okay? The Great Bay Temple has to let you do it because you have to get through there that way, alright? Now, with that, we can finally end things off right here. That is how you get the ice arrows from the legendary Gerudo training ground, okay? Alright, with that, in the next episode, we're going to tackle the next area, which is Ganon's Tower. I think I've talked about everything that I want to talk about in this LP. Now, it's time to access the final area next time. With that, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, or anything else. Peace out, everyone.